Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Zoiz, and welcome back to Sky Factory 3. In the last episode, we set up our solar panel controller, our solar array tier 1, which is giving our power solely to, well, our refined storage that we're not really using yet. We'll get to it. We only have one disk, and while it's working just fine, we have plenty of power. Um, it's going to take a little bit of time before we can really start using this guy to the max potential, and then by then we're going to want to upgrade it. So we finished setting that guy up, and we also started doing a little bit of chicken breeding, and hey, what do you know, it was successful. So we have a snowball chicken now, and so I'm going to just put this guy right here, and he'll hatch. It'll take a little bit of time, and then he'll grow up, and everything will be great. So, um, yeah, today I want to do a little bit more with this. In fact, we're going to go ahead and take the lapis chicken out. How bad was it to make these? Those are really easy. Let's go ahead and grab another net. Just a little bit of string. Let's actually make like two more if we can. And what I want to do is I want to start working on a couple of different things. So first of all, let's go ahead. How do we make the nets again? Animal net, something like this. So we're gonna make one. Let's clear that. Get some more sticks. Let's make two more of these. So once it has something in it, you can't do anything with it, but until that point we can kind of well, collect as many animals as we want. So that's really cool. We're going to use these guys in a little bit. Let's just put them in here, and we'll kind of get to that in just a little bit, because I want to expand on the chicken breeding. We're going to have a chicken here with another chicken on either side to try to maximize the number of breeds we can get. And then we'll probably go ahead and make another set of this stuff so that we can... In fact, do we have enough stuff to do that yet? We might actually have enough. We only need... Well, we need 27 wheat. And this farm is doing pretty well. So, kind of the plan for today is I want to start automating a little bit of the mob farm. Not as much as I'd like to, but a beginning, a little bit of an effort. I also want to start making more dirt, and we'll kind of go from there. So we have 15. We'll need a little bit of redstone and some glowstone. Nothing too major there. But yeah, so I was kind of looking. I did go ahead and I wrote down all of the different crops and stuff, or not crops, all the resources we get from all the various sifting. Trying to decide how to do that best. But like I said last episode, when this goes out, I will be getting back from a little bit of a weekend trip. And so I kind of didn't have time to build too much or anything like that. So I'll try to get that done before the next episode. And we might start working on getting some actual automation with everything. But as you can see, I've been processing ores and all that kind of fun stuff. Let's switch these around. So hopefully iron goes next. In fact, iron... Why is it taking that? I want iron to go next. Please take my iron. Thank you. Okay. So, with that taken care of, we're going to start getting some iron. But yeah, basically, I want to start doing a little bit of a basic kill mobs, get stuff type thing. And in order to do that, we're going to want to upgrade the chest that's over there, which is why I want the iron. We're also going to be making a couple of things. Specifically, we're going to be making iron spikes. Because we're going to use these later for the mob masher, which is what I actually want to use to kill mobs. We'll set up a nice whole thing for that later. We're going to want an ender vacuum, which is an ender pearl, hopper, and some obsidian. So we are going to need some obsidian, as well as an ender pearl. think we can handle that. And that'll go up. No. It's raining. I forgot. I'll block it with myself. Nope. Okay. Let's go ahead and do not that. This. Fill it with water. Take the water out. And then we can do that. And I'll let it fill up with lava again, just so that it doesn't like do anything bad. So let's see, we can put this away. What do we need to do for all this? So we're going to need an ender hopper, and we're going to get some iron spikes. And that's really all we're going to use. And hopefully things don't fill up too quickly. That's why we're going to upgrade this chest as soon as we have enough iron, which we do. We're going to need some gold as well. And I'm tempted to do the diamond chest, but I don't think we will. So let's get this up to gold. And then we're going to need another chest turned into a hopper. We need a lot of iron for this, which is a little bit of a shame, but whatever. Can't really do much about it. So there's a hopper, and then we need an ender pearl. And we can make the ender hopper. Now this thing is really cool. It's a fancy pants vacuum hopper. Basically, it will pick up items in its range, and it's super fancy. So we're gonna need more chests. I don't know why things just kind of disappear all the time, but whatever happens, I guess. Anyways, let's sleep. Get rid of this rain. It's really driving me nuts. And we need to just start getting into, well, collecting mob drops. Mostly the Infernium and loot bags. That's what I care about most. In order to do this, we are going to need to go kill everything that's in there, briefly. And then we're going to have to set up some spikes. So these will give us 4 spikes, and I'm trying to think, because if we look at how these are used, we're going to get all that. We should probably make some vector plates. So vector plates are just slime balls, sugar, and stone. I think we can handle that. The only question is, do we have any slime balls? I know we have slime boots, but we have no slime balls as far as I can tell. Now we can get some slime balls from rice, so let's do that, because why not? And we'll get some vector plates. Now these are what we're actually going to be using much later in order to get everything we need for the actual mob farm. We're going to be using vector plates because they are simply amazing. I absolutely love vector plates. And what they do is they move entities, specifically like mobs. Player included, but not if you're like not around. So it's one of those things, like if you are crouching, you're not moved by it, but if you are not crouching, then you are. We actually want one more recipe of that. And there's 3 different tiers of vector plates. I don't know what the recipes are for this one. So it does require dark sugar. Is that the only thing? Which dark sugar requires wither dust. And wither dust comes from wither skulls or the blocks. So it's not that bad to get, but it is bad enough. So let's get 2 more of these guys. And there are the vector plates. So that should be enough for now. I'm just going to throw those in there. So we have vector plates. This is going to move the mobs, and the different tiers just kind of move things faster. And this is again just wither block, wither dust. So that's not too bad. I believe, I almost want to say withers will also drop that occasionally, but either way, you get 3 for a skull. Not that bad of a deal, especially once we are to the point of just kind of farming skulls. It should not be bad at all. Now I have all this dirt in my inventory, by the way, because of the other thing, and I realized let's just go ahead and do it. So we're going to come over here to do this, just for right now. And hey, the chicken grew. Oh my gosh, it's a snow golem. They all have different looks. I know the nether quartz chickens look really cool. I've seen those in a different series, stone block, in case you're wondering. But I haven't really seen many of them. And like the bone white chicken looks really cool. He is literally a skeleton, which is fine by me. So once he grows up, which says 20 minutes, we'll try to speed that up with some seeds. I don't know if I can do that directly or not. I guess we'll find out. If we can, then that's awesome. If we can't, then whatever. So 18. Oh wow, yeah, you can. I'll just feed him a bunch of seeds. It looks like it has almost diminishing returns, but he ate all of those. He'll be ready soon enough. So yeah, the vector plates, they'll move the mobs around, and that's kind of the plan. So we need the spikes. We're gonna make swords, and I was saying why we were carrying around the dirt, and that is for spruce saplings. Now before we put these down, I want to go ahead and break the grass. I don't want any mobs spawning outside of like what I can control. So we're gonna grow spruce trees, and we're gonna grow the mega spruce trees. Why? Well, to put it simply, they'll give us a lot of saplings, hopefully. And I want that so that we can start getting plenty of, well, we need a lot of the, what am I trying to say? We need a lot of things to decompose. So let's get some sticks. And I guess we'll just throw everything else in here. Alright, so we're going to need 3 swords and a block of iron. And that should be everything we need for the spikes. Perfect. Cool. So with that taken care of, we can put the rest of the iron back. Maybe these trees aren't the best of idea. So long as we get some saplings back, I don't think it matters, but we really can't get up there to do anything about it. So maybe shears will be the best option to get leaves so that we can get dirt and all that kind of stuff. I don't know what this shaver is. It is a gold. I guess it's a gold set of shears. So okay. So let's take all this stuff back over here. We'll put the dirt down somewhere, but let's just go ahead and start growing some more trees. I'm just gonna get some normal saplings. Let's grab all the wood. We'll put it into our system. We can start growing jungle saplings. That might not be a bad idea. Having a little bit of jungle wood would be kind of advantageous, so let's go ahead and throw that stuff in there. And the dirt we'll deal with later. So let's go ahead and get this stuff taken care of. I guess what I wanted to do was throw these guys in here. So what is it we're gonna want to do? Well, we're gonna want to let's go ahead and get this set up first with the chicken stuff, just because it's gonna be a little bit easier to go ahead and do this. So he's all grown. You put that there with a lamp, and it's already gonna be powered because of contact. Alright, so let's get the mob farm kind of set up how I want it. So we don't need this stuff. I will kind of clean things up as I get around to it. But what we're going to want is, let's go ahead and break. That was direwolf. Interesting. Go ahead and put the gold. Oh my god, that's funny. That is very funny. I have not seen a direwolf in my world yet, and
Take it easy.
he just tells you to take it easy all the time. So let's just put this back.
Take it easy.
And we're going to put the vacuum hopper, the ender hopper, right here. And so anything that drops around here, say like that, will get picked up. eventually. And placed in here. So that's kind of the idea. Kill everything. Oh my gosh. There's so much stuff. And what we can do is hope that nothing comes down here. And I guess let's put spikes here. Let's put spikes against this wall. And I guess just for fullness sake, and we'll put vector plates like so. And then the mobs will just run into those. And it should not be a problem. Everything should be collected and it'll be good. Ooh, we got a book. How to use your dirt chest. Alright, so there's the vector plate that I kind of left out. We didn't need 2 sets of it, but oh well. And I'll have to come over here every once in a while and check this. But hey, it's working. That's kind of the idea. And anything that dies, it's fine. It doesn't really matter. And I'll clean out that chest or something later. But basically, we can kind of start getting loot bags and combining them to get better ones and whatnot. And we don't have to worry about it. It will all just kind of take care of itself. Now, I realize I do want to close this off. Just so that we don't get any baby zombies or anything like that. But yeah, so that's the mob farm for now. It should be it should be just self-sustained and all that kind of stuff. We can put that away. And now to do the other thing that I want to work on, and that is dirt. Just something really simple. We're gonna have 2 transfer nodes, one there. Put this. Put the other one here. And this is literally just kind of a small scale system to get some more dirt, because dirt is by far the biggest setback when it comes to making a lot of farms and whatnot. So what we can do is just come over here, grow trees, shear them. We'll get some saplings, hopefully, and get rid of that. And as long as I'm getting a increased rate of saplings, that's really all that matters. And plus, we'll get some new tree types. I can get plenty of wood and whatnot. So that is pretty. Whoa, that one's big. We're gonna just break that. I don't think I can get up there very easily. Let's try. I don't really care what kind of what we break it with, but I just want to break that. Cool. So that is going to eat through our hunger. That is the only really bad thing about all that. But we're gonna have plenty of leaves, and then we just take the leaves over here, put them in there. Now, can we make shears out of wood? Do I see? Yes, there are. How do we make them? They do require a sapling, so as long as we're getting in excess of saplings, that should not be a problem. So we can kind of continuously make shears, which is nice. Let's kill the zombie pigman because I don't want to have to deal with him. Cool. So yeah, the last thing we're gonna do for today's episode, because that's basically all I got so far. Automating the mob farm a little bit, and then tree farm to get more dirt, so that we can get more saplings and whatnot. Now we're not gonna get saplings from that, so let's go ahead and break this. We're kind of at the point where jungle trees are not the good ones to use. So we'll put that in there. Go ahead and put that stuff in there. And let's get just normal oak. I think oak will be fine. We can make a bunch of planks. And we'll get 2 sets of shears. Let's make some more sticks. And this should be a little bit better when it comes to like getting saplings. We're already back up to 5. It is going to eat through the shears. The shears are not going to be very good, but so long as we get an excess of saplings, it doesn't really matter. Anyways, that is something we'll kind of have to work on as we go. I have plenty of saplings kind of just laying around, and this will just take time, but it will get there. So, let's go ahead and deal with the chickens a little bit more. I like the chickens. The hatchery is fun for me. I like anything like that. The crops from animals is kind of a secret passion of mine. I love bees. I also like the farming for resources. Did I say crops from animals? I meant like resources from animals. But you know, you kind of can get whatever you want from either bees or and this one chickens and crops, that kind of stuff. It's a lot of fun just to kind of have an automated source of that stuff, especially for these skyblocks types maps. But what we're gonna want to do, we're gonna need just a little bit more wheat. So let's grab some bones. And we'll get the wheat. So we only need like, what, 5 more wheat? And then we can make another nesting pen. And that will allow us to just get the rest of the stuff that we need. So there's 1, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Now eventually we might have like sprinklers or whatever we can find to kind of make the growth go faster. I don't know what's going to be available in this mod pack. I haven't looked. I don't really care right now. We'll kind of deal with that as we go. So that all can go in there. We can make yet another bale of wheat. And just go ahead and do something like this. Mix the woods because it's going to be easier, but I realize we have to make the egg nest first. And there we go, nesting pen. So let's get this guy set up, and then what we're going to do is, this is always active. As you can see, we have a little bit extra. We have another snowball chicken. Now if I look at the uses of this, it's going to tell me all the stuff with the chicken egg. That's not what I wanted. Okay, cool. So he already gave us some manure, which is fine by me. We're going to use a lot of that as well. So let's look up the snowball chicken. And so we can get clay chickens, water chickens, and that's it. So is that really all that we can get? Clay and water. So what can we use the sand chicken for? Sand and clay give us something. Sand and eulorium, sand and snowball. Sand and red. Okay, so I think red chickens are going to be the option. And what we can do, at least for now, we're going to take some more walls and do something like this. And we can break this stuff for right now. Is this empty? It is. Let's go ahead and pick up this chicken. And eventually we'll try to, I don't know if we're going to try to get all the chickens to 10, 10, 10. We might. There is something. There's an Enderman. Why is there an Enderman over here? He's hurt. He came from the mob farm. And there we go. That was a little bit close. But what we can do is we can go ahead and make a gate. and actually get 2 of these so that we can easily access the chickens. And then what we'll do is we'll just kind of cycle through as we need. So we're going to want one to pick up all this stuff so it continues growing. We're going to want to go ahead and grab whatever. Let's see, we're going to want to grab a sand chicken, and we're going to want to do the red chicken as well. And basically, if we put some gates here to actually do this, and I want to make this a little bit more even, so we're going to do that. And break all that. Having a gate here is fine by me though, so that looks great. Make sure everything is well lit. Okay, so if we look at the sand chicken is what we wanted. So sand chicken gives us, with the snowball chicken, clay chickens. So we're going to want snowball and sand, and then sand with red, which we have all those. So snowball is going to go here. We're going to want to get rid of the log chicken. He can kind of go in there. And the lapis chicken. Now what we can always do is, in this like free range pen, we can always put something here to collect the loot. I don't know if we will or not, but something we can do right now is kind of clear out all these animals. So sand chicken, normal chickens I don't care about, sand chicken, and flint chicken. So we'll grab all them. And I have, can I see the details? No, that is unfortunate. So I know I only have 1 flint chicken. We can put him into the holding cage. But the sand chickens, we're going to want to kind of place like here. So he's 333, and this one's 322. So we have a 333, and that chicken dies. So it's going to be rough. But basically, I don't want to have more chickens than needed. If that makes sense. So we're just going to kind of kill things as we don't need them. So for example, this sand chicken, we'll put in here for right now, is a 333. And now I have other eggs, and as we kind of get better chickens, I'll kind of get rid of the old ones. That's the plan anyways. So we have, there's a chicken, Mr. Sheep, just put you back there. These chickens are nothing. There's the red chicken, sand chicken. Alright. So red chicken, sand chicken, bone white chicken. Now, I know that the red chicken is going to go right here, and the bone white chicken. So you are, again, 333. You are also 333. It's easier to kill that one. So that's going to be kind of the cruel fate of these chickens. So there's the sand chicken. He is 111. It was not a quick and painless death. Come back here. Alright. And anybody else? I don't see anybody else. Okay, cool. So yeah, as you can see, we have a lot of different chickens. Probably won't use this one. But as you can see, it's also a 111. We already have a flint chicken over there. Same with the red chickens. We can kind of just throw these guys. I don't know why some of them are throwable and others aren't, but hey, that's just the way it is. So yeah, as you can see, I have a lot of different sand chickens. We can obviously get better ones later, but we'll worry about that later. It's not that big of a deal to me right now. So Mr. Sand Chicken, you're going to go right there and hopefully give us some eggs. So that's kind of the idea with all of this, and we're just going to let these guys go. Continue to collect more and more of the wheat so we can kind of progress through this a little bit more. And any of these eggs, so we have, like, there's a 333. I know I have better ones. If we look at the uses of this, we can't really do much with the egg itself. Hatchery eggs aren't really that useful, but what we can do is we can turn it into 4 normal eggs, and so that's what we'll do with all this stuff, and we'll just have a whole bunch of normal eggs. That'll be kind of just that. And honestly, actually, let's see, what is the best one we have in here? So is there anything better than 544? No. Cool. Well, that was easy. We only need one of these. So we're going to put one of these in here. So 544. And then what we can do is turn the rest of these into normal eggs. And if we look at the uses of them, Pam's Harvest Craft gives you a option to do something nice and easy with them. Where is it? So we could make batter. That's not very fun. Cheese isn't really useful. Mayo isn't useful. Chicken analyzer, we can kind of see that, but we can make fried eggs with a skillet. So we just need some copper or aluminum. I think we're gonna use the aluminum because that seems like the easiest thing in the world. That we should have a good bit of. Do we not have that much aluminum? Huh. What other metals can we use to make the skillets? So we can use aluminum, copper, steel. Yeah, right. Okay, we can use lead. Somehow that doesn't seem very safe, but whatever. Let's go ahead and make a skillet. And then we can cook these and make fried eggs. And then this can be our food source. So all of these eggs in here, we can kind of just go ahead and craft into normal eggs. And then craft all of this stuff into fried eggs. So maybe something that might not be a bad idea for us is making like a culinary generator. That might be a good thing to use all this stuff for. But we'll kind of decide for that later. It's not too much of a concern right now, but that is definitely a source of food and potentially a source of power. So something to think about. Anyways, that's going to be it for this episode. We did a little bit. Let's go ahead and check and see how much stuff we have in here, if any. We actually have a good bit. So we have some uncommons, some rares, and the rares are used to get epics, which are used to get legendaries. Don't know which ones we're going to want. Epics have a lot of good stuff. Palace Crystals, Cobalt, Blaze Rods. But then the legendaries, we can get stuff like, that's the epic still. Usage, we can get stuff like Mana Steel, Manulon, Draconium, Wither Skulls, Diamond Armor, a lot of good stuff. But I don't know which one's going to be which one's going to be better. But anyways, automation for mobs technically complete. So let's get that marked off and upgrade your mob farm to kill monsters automatically. Technically I've done that. So that's going to be it for this episode. Next time we're going to start working towards ore processing and power storage and all that kind of fun stuff, and starting to wire up our base a little bit better. So that's the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!